Well, in the concourse of the Canadian Tire Centre, Paul MacLean is permanently celebrated here for his Jack Adams Award back in 2013. And this morning, he met the current head coach of the Ottawa Senators, Travis Green. What a cool moment. And Paul, being back here for the first time in 8 years, just what have some of your emotions been like today? Seeing the team, meeting former security friends?
Well, it's been really special, actually. It's been a lot of, people have been very nice to me so far here today, and it's nice to get back and walk around in these halls. And we had a lot of good times here with a lot of success with. I felt we had a lot of success with the group that we had in moving the time that I was here, and it's just special to see those people again and get a chance to say thank you.
Paul, was that actually you with Travis Green, or was that the doppelganger hanging out this morning?
No, that was actually me.
Good to know.
He's a little smaller than I am.
Yeah,
so,
of course he is.
Yeah,
you know what? You had the chance to coach some pretty special players here, some talented guys.
Yeah.
Of course, you know they were distracted by the doppelganger behind you. It's still incredible watching that back again.
Oh, it still is. He's pretty close.
What was it like being around, guys like Daniel Alfredson and Jason Spezza, Chris Phillips? What did those guys mean for you in your coaching career?
They made everything to me in my job here in Ottawa. They helped me so much, especially Daniel. He was there every day to help me out and straighten me out when I needed to get straightened out. And one time I came into the room early in my career and I'm like, want to be barking at everybody, and he just stood up and said, "Paul, get out of my room." And I said, "All right, you take care of it then," and we'll get out there. So, and Daniel was there every day that you could talk to him, and he was really good at having the meeting and then reiterating to the players after the coach left that, yeah, this is how we're going to go about it, this is what we're going to do to be successful. So he was a great big help to me. I really appreciate everything Daniel did for me. Jason and Chris Phillips also we're a big help in keeping everything on the rails, because sometimes it gets a little bit of crazy in this league, as you know, and you get yourself, you can get a little bit bound up, and those guys were really good about coming in and saying, hey, we can just settle down here and let's get some things going at the same time, and they worked real hard.
What can you share about how some of those veteran players, as you mentioned, Chris Phillips, Chris Neal, Daniel Alfredson, how did they help the younger players, get into the league, whether that was Kyle Turris or other players like that?
Well, they're just good people. They end up realizing that these people can help them. They want to be successful, and they know that they can't do it by themselves, that they need help. And they look at these players in practice, and they say, oh, he's a good player. I want to play with him, or he's on the team. So they're going to do everything they can to make that guy comfortable so he can fit in and be a part of your team. We had Curtis Lazar, was a young first-round pick. We decided to keep him on the team, at least through the first 9 games. And then the training camp would say, well, I went in the room and go, who's got Curtis Lazar at their house? Because I know he doesn't want to live in my house with Miss Sharon in the basement. So someone on this team is going to have to bring him in, because we're not leaving him in a hotel all by himself. And Chris Phillips put his hand up right away and said, Aaron, I'll take him in our house. And that's what he did. So those are the kind of the guys they were. They took care of guys and made them comfortable to be in the It's hard enough to be in the National Hockey League. But when you have guys that make you more comfortable, makes it a lot more fun.
Well, there's a lot of Paul MacLean lore, I would say, and perhaps no press conference more memorable than this one.
My daughter Erin said to me today that something about the players play, and I'm going to shake it off and move forward. Any questions? That is not my daughter.
Paul, did you ever find out who yelled "I love you" to you, and what was your reaction in that moment?
Well, I was as shocked as everybody else, and I at first I said, "Is that really Erin?" But no, I recognized the voice. It wasn't hers, so I said, "No, that's not her." But it was quite a that's fitting, I guess, because that was the worst day I was here. It was my second worst day. Was doing the press conference. The first day, I guess, was the morning that it happened, but that happened a couple of days later. But that was quite humorous, though.
How connected did you feel to the fan base here? It feels like, this city, this team, it can get pretty intimate. There's obviously a great following here. Did you feel like you had a lot of support from the fans?
Well, I did. I chose to live in Stittsville because I could be around people every day. They could see me at the Canadian Tire, see me at the grocery store, and they come over and say hi to me. So I didn't want to hide. anywhere. I wanted to be out front with the people and making sure they know they could approach me and talk to me.
Well, you're back with the people. I know the fans are so excited to see you here. A couple people have asked for some selfies, but it's great to have you as part of the broadcast this season. We've got second period action coming up.